Hi everybody, so just gonna wait for a few people to join us. Okay, so while I'm doing that, I'm just gonna pop some incense on. So make yourself cozy for our fairy folklore, real folklore and witchcraft event. So I'm literally at this moment just popping on some incense. Some vanilla incense, some sweetness and fairy. They love vanilla, by the way, witchy tip. So I'm just gonna sit for a minute, just allow everybody to come. So pop a fairy or emoji if you love this sort of thing. If you're here for folklore time, free folklore and witchcraft events. So if you're here for folklore time, just drop me an emoji, let me know you're here. Thank you, Sam. Drop me a fairy or a moon or a heart if you're here for the real witchcraft and fairy folklore event. Okay, also if you could just tap the share, tap the screens, tap your heart, all really helps reach the Fae people and the witchy folk who would really love to join in this. So we're going to pull a card, we're going to sip tea, and we're going to talk about the Rushlick today. The Rushlick or the Rizolki, depending how you like to say it. It is a bit of a mouthful, so you want to hear me struggling with this. I'm not Russian, so I love their folklore and their witchcraft. So it's one of the areas I want to cover with you. So I'm just going to give it a few minutes, say about 5 minutes. So we'll wait 4:30, and then by then everybody should be here who wants to be here. Hi, Kim. Okay, so drop the emoji. Drop me a fairy emoji or a heart or a moon if you love folklore, fairy folklore, witchcraft, all things fae. Let me know if that's what you like, because that's what we're doing at the moment. Okay? So it's Cozy Sunday. Cozy Sunday. So we're just going to give it 3 more minutes. It's thunder there. Is it? No. Do you know what, Sam? Here where we are, it's quite warm. I love thunder. Frankenstein. Exciting. So keep tapping those hearts for me. Share and drop me a fairy emoji, a moon or a heart to let me know you're here for the real folklore and witchcraft event. I like the rain too, Sam. It's cozy when you're all tucked up, all warm and cozy, and you hear the rain. It's so therapeutic, isn't it? So therapeutic. Okay, so we're going to be starting in a few minutes. Just 2 minutes and we'll start. We're just waiting for everybody to join us. I was meant to go in the other way, but I've come in the other... 2 people registered, and I meant to go through that portal to come on here live, but I forgot. Come in the other way, but hopefully they're still here. I don't know. Which one of you did register? I did check. Hopefully you'll still get a notification. I don't know how it works. Hopefully they do. I think it should do. That's okay, Artsy. Oh, you did. You got a notification anyway. Well, that's good. That's the most important thing. Tap the hearts and like, share the live out, please, with fairies and moons and hearts. Thank you, Sam. Okay, so 1 more minute. Keep tapping. Drop those fairy emojis and share, and we're starting 1 minute, guys. It really helps get the fairy folk and the witches here so they get alerted. Okay, and then we'll begin our fairy folklore live with me, and I am Toadstones, so you know me from my psychic live shows, which are Monday to Friday 9:30 to 12 now. We've extended the time. Got so busy, we've extended the time. So that's good news for you all. I hope so. Anyway, okay. So just going to wait about 30 seconds. Make sure you're nice and cozy. Go pop the kettle on. Get yourself cozy because we'll start in 30 seconds. If you need to go for a piddle, go for a piddle now. Okay, because it's about a 30-minute live. And... if you want the children to join you, this is not horror folklore. It is sweet and kind, so it is child friendly if you want the children to join you for this one. We will look at some horror folklore, but I'm looking, probably when the children are in bed about 7:30, so it's all convenient for you. Okay. So let's begin. Okay, so welcome then. Today's folklore focus. Oh no! just so cute. I can actually feel that. Well, I could have imagined it. That was so amazing. Thank you, whoever sent that. Oh, Sam, it's the panda. Thank you so much. It's so cute. So today's folklore focus, today, working with the fairy and witchcraft, we're looking at the Rushlick. The Rushlick. Now, it's really hard to pronounce, so I'm going to get Sherlock in here because he's really good at Russian. He's like a walking dictionary for all different languages. And when it comes to Slavic language, he's really good at it. So how do we pronounce it properly?
What's that?
The Rushlick is one way.
Which one?
With,
No, that's Ryszalski. That's Ryszalski.
Ryszalski.
No, Ryszalski.
Oh, that. Ryszalski. Do not correct me, Sherlock. Okay. I call him the Rushlick. Sherlock's definitely better at Russian than me. Ryszalski. Don't worry about it. They will know who you mean. If you can't pronounce who they are, remember all spirits and magical creatures, okay, in witchcraft, they go by energy and vibes. They don't listen to our language. So as long as you're thinking about them, they will know. So don't worry about Russian, Slavic language. You can call them what they want, because I tell you now, I work with them a lot in witchcraft and it's really hard to say their names. So don't worry, they probably call us funny and silly things too. Okay, if we could mute admin anybody who is here and shouldn't be here. Okay, so Hamlet, you're hilarious. Thank you. You're hilarious too. Okay, so the Ryszalski, I can't even pronounce it right, but let's go. Okay, so the Ryszalski. Okay, Sherlock, we know that. Okay, so the Ryszalski. But again, you can pronounce it what feels right for you. We don't have to be picky about any of this. Okay, it's how we refer them in your space, and that goes for any witchcraft, any kind of entity or deity or creature or magical energy you're working with. Okay, it doesn't matter if you can't pronounce what they are. It doesn't matter. It's all about energy. Okay, so don't worry, you don't have to come up with these magical words. Okay, because it's all about energy. So don't worry about that. Keep calm about that. Sherlock, yeah, he's trying to pronounce the Russian bit. Sophie. No way I could. No, not me either, Sophie. Better just call them what you want to call them. Why don't you just call them fairies of the lake, if that's easier for you? If you want to write down Ryszalski, you can write that in your grimoire. And if you ever need to go back to it, you've got it there. I will be sending out emails today for those who have signed up to the free fairy and tarot journal. Okay, so in those emails, I will pronounce the right spelling for you, and you'll be able to pop it in your grimoires if you want to. I will tell you how you can get your free fairy tarot journal in a minute if you haven't already got it, but I think a lot of you have got it. Okay, so they're basically spirits of vitality, depending on the season, mystery, and they're very liminal. So they're very liminal between the water, the lake, and of, sort of the cove, beachy bit, sort of where the pebbly bit is in the forest. So if you think between the trees, okay, we get that lake and that water element, and we get the earth, and then we get the water. They're very liminal. Now, it does depend on where we are in the seasons, okay? And I'll go into that. But don't get twisted up with this. They are not all sweetness. They're neither light or dark, okay? So they tend to be sort of in betwixt. So they're not evil, they're not horrible, okay? They just tend to reflect your own energy. So just remember that if you're working with the Ryszalski, it's Ryszalski, okay, fairies of the lake, okay? They will respond to you with what you bring. And I don't want you to worry about this either, because if you're feeling a little bit depressed and a little bit low or anxious, that should not put you off working with the Ryszalski, okay? The fairy of the lake. Because you can just, even if you go there, you're depressed, you're anxious, you're moody, you're fearful, whatever, you're cross, as long as your energy, when you get there, as long as you say kind words, you sing, dance, think nice things, say nice things to them, say nice things to people with you, sing to the trees, say nice things to the birds, that will, I tell you now, that will be enough, okay? They're not evil. If they see you trying to be positive around them, they will reflect that energy back to you through the waters. If you deliberately go there and are nasty and mean and a bully, that will be reflected back on you, and that'll be your own fault. So it's not a matter of how you're feeling that day, okay? It's a matter of changing when you get there. Does that make sense before we go on? Let's have a look. Sam says, oh my God, they must think they cover their ears when I sing the falls. Oh no, they'd love that. They'd find it, they'd have a little giggle. Do you still think that's so nice? Okay, so any questions, ask them as we go on, because it can get a little bit complicated with folklore, okay? So they basically reflect your energy, okay, and respond to what you bring. Because if you think about water, the water element in witchcraft is very absorbent and it tends to reflect back to us. Okay, so when you look at water with the moonlight on, it reflects back to us and it absorbs everything, doesn't it? Water absorbs everything. So it will absorb your energy and your emotions and reflect back to you. So even if you're, a bit cranky, when you get there, do everything you can to lift your vibration. Sing, dance, say nice things, think nice things. And it will be fine, I promise you. Okay. So what is the Rushlick? Or the Rizalki, whatever you want to call them. They're water fae. That's what they are, the water fae. And they're linked to drowned maidens, forgotten offerings, and wild untouched springs. So think forest, think earth, because they're very liminal between the water and the earth. And that's where you'll, find them. When you go down to the woodlands and you see that lake or the forest. How many of you go down to the forest or the lake, the forest lake? How many of you are lucky enough to have a forest lake near you? And it doesn't have to be big. It could be a little tiny, weeny little one, or, a long stream. It doesn't matter. How many of you are lucky enough, say yes if you do, to have a forest lake near you where you can maybe drive to or pop to on the bus, or maybe walk if you're lucky enough. You miss doing this in the lake. But you do have a forest. That's okay. You have a forest. You don't have one, but there's a swamp. Oh, no. There is a different entity that lives in the swamps. And we would talk about him. He's often called the Lord of the Forest for a different reason. Swamp spirits are completely different than lake fairies. We would talk about that, Sam. I won't bother working with the swamps. We can talk about him sometime though. It is a male entity. Okay, but you go to Delamere Lake, that's good. So it's something you can do. Okay. So with the Rushlick, when we're working with the Rushlick, okay, again, like I said, our energy is really important. Now there's ways that you can work with them and they will really help you in your witchcraft. They will help you in your spells and your blessings. So if you think your spells aren't working or your manifestations aren't working, I guarantee you as a witch, when you work with elementals or deities or magical creatures, whatever you want to call them, spirits, that is how they work super duper fast. And you'll hear people say, oh, wow, how did you do that? You're like, I didn't. It was, I'm just the vessel. Okay, people will say to you. So I work with the Rushlick, not all the time, but I do a lot of work with them as in offerings. And the offerings are very different than the standard Fae. So a Fae umbrella, working with the Fae is very standard. And then we have all different sort of pathways coming off as you go in deeper. So the Rushlick, okay, we would offer them either pieces of satin or ribbon or cloth, okay? That's what we offer them. So you might be thinking, well, how do we offer that in the forest as witches? Okay, so we'll go into that in a minute. But first of all, Drop me an emoji if you're a witch and you're interested in working with different entities, spirit guides, elementals right now. Maybe you're at the beginning of your witchcraft path, or maybe your spell work's not working, or you're not manifestations things, okay? If this isn't working for you and you're wondering why, it's okay, okay? Witchcraft is complex, and everyone has to start at the beginning. Or sometimes there's things we miss and we learn on the way. Everybody's learning. Doesn't matter how long they've been doing it. We always learn. We always have to go down different pathways and learn more. You'll be surprised. I've been a witch for many, many years, and I'm always learning something new. All the time. So you're on the journey, Sam. So we have a Fae-Aligned, we have artsy, tight to tree. You are right, Sophie, but we'll talk about that in a minute. But yeah, you're right, tight to a tree, Sophie's right. So that's good. So basically you take the cloth and you tie it to a tree. But do not tie it so that you suffocate the branch of the tree. Because remember, when trees grow, that could affect the growth of the trees. And tree spirits are called dryads, and we do not want to be doing that. That's going to go against us, okay? What I did with my cloth, my blue satin, is I just hung it. If you're worried about the elements or someone's going to steal it, with it, that's karma on them. Or maybe the Rushlick, oh, come on, help me. Was okay. Somebody comes and takes it. Maybe they were meant to. Have you ever thought that when you leave an offering for a spirit guide or elemental spirit, and somebody comes and takes it, and you get really moody and angry? I used to all the time, and then I thought, what if they were meant to do that? What if that spirit, that elemento, that magical creature that you were honouring in witchcraft used you to put it there because they were meant to find it? How do you not know that? So don't get involved. Once you've left your offering, you've left it, you've done your part. I can tell you now, with any sort of elemental or spirit, especially these as in water fae, they're much more powerful than us, and you don't need to be there to look after them with their offerings. Okay, they will know. So hang it. Okay, just hang it. It's probably safer than tying it because we don't want to damage trees when they're growing. A hole in a tree, that's perfect. I love that. Make sure, Sophie, there's no animal that lives in that tree, and there's no babies. Even, bugs. It's like a bit like somebody sticking a big bit of cloth through your door one day, a big giant, and you'd be like, I can't get out. Somebody just shoved this in my door. It's a bit like that, isn't it? So, just be careful what you're doing. Good idea. You will know. You will know. You sound like you're very creative, so you'll know. Okay. So, it is said the Rizalki, the water fae, often work differently between summer solstice, which we are now, to winter solstice. Now, I've told you this before, so I'd love to know if you've actually remembered what I've taught you. So when we come from summer solstice to winter solstice, if you forgot, it's okay, don't worry. What we call Kupala in Russian, or they do. Okay, so we're going towards winter solstice. This is where we have the living waters. Okay, so Kupala. And can any of you tell me, do you remember Kupala? When we're going that transition, what the living waters are for? Can anybody remember what the living waters were for? I have mentioned it. If you forgot, don't worry. It's good to just trigger your brain. If you can't remember, I'll remind you. What do you think the living waters are for? Because then we'll go on to the dead waters after. So does anybody, you forgot? That's okay. Can anybody remember what the living waters are for between summer solstice to winter solstice? So this would very much come into that water fae, wouldn't it? Anybody remember? They're for vitality, invigoration, energy, and healing. So you can use them in spells, potions. So that's all I'm going to tell you at the moment. Now, we could go in really deep because there's certain times, there's certain times of day, certain days, certain seasons, certain Sabbaths that we would take that water. But I don't want to go into that right now, okay? So I'm just going to say to you that they're for that, okay? That's all you need to know. You don't go any deeper, you get a bit scrambled, okay? So that's what you need to know right now, and you're on the right way with witchcraft. The dead waters are from winter solstice to summer solstice. So when we get to Christmas and we're going to the summer, that's what we call dead water. Does anybody know what dead water is used for in witchcraft? You get that, Sophie? So if that's for invigorating and healing and energy, what do you think the dead waters are for? So when we go and work with water fae in the lakes and the forest, wash away bad energy. Yes. Shedding and getting rid of. Yes. Absolutely. So you could use it in healing in a way, but that would be more for Kupala, which is summer solstice to winter, is more your healing water. The shadow side, yes, Sam. So baneful magic. So removing negative energies, like you said, breaking sort of negative energies, cord cutting, banishment, protection even, sort of the other side, the darker side, but not necessarily dark, more to do with dark but baneful, banishing. Yeah, get it. Okay, so washing away that what we don't need. Yes, clearing. So it's all about away. So if you think of the moon, when we are waning, think of the dead water as in waning. Think dark moon, waning. When we are talking about the living waters, we're talking more full moon or waxing moon and coming in. Okay, so we have going away and we have coming in. Okay, so that's what it sounds like. I won't go too far into this because you get complicated. I don't want to buzz your brain. Okay, so if you want to, write that down, you can. Okay, so that's the Vuzovic, okay, or Vizolki. There are different ways of pronouncing it. And you can just say water fae and just put the Russian name in your grimoire. You don't have to use that name. As long as you know what they are and who you're working with. It's a great way. So what you can do, I'm going to tell you what you can do in a minute. Okay, some things to do if you want to over the next weekend or something like that if you want to. Okay, so first of all, I'm just going to stop there a minute. I'm just going to say to everybody, if you want to get the free fairy journal, okay, which will help teach you about pre-foundation fairy, sort of if you're very new to fairy or you're just starting on your journey or you're a bit nervous about working with fae energy as witches or beginner witches or non-witches, whatever, you just like the folklore of it, you can get the free fairy journal. All you have to do, okay, it's massive, it's wonderful, it's all colourful, it's got printed paper in it, things to do, lots of pre-foundation easy things. Doesn't go too deep, it just helps you and supports you. Okay, all you have to do is completely 100% free. Is just send me a DM and I'll send it to you. But I do need you to DM me and say you want it, and I'll send it off to you. I sent a few today, and I'll send some again. Just DM me. That's all you have to do, and I'll get one to you. I designed it free for my followers who are interested. Okay, so things to do. Okay, so when you next go down to the woodland, take some fabric with you. Satin, think silk. If that's a bit too expensive for you, just think some nice cloth. Doesn't have to be too colourful. Just be think more quality than quantity. So don't think think about luxury. If you're thinking, I want to buy this, but it's really expensive for a little bit. It's probably better quality over quantity where the Rizolki are concerned, and just leave some on a tree or over a tree or next to a tree, because it is said that they will take that offering in kin, and they can help you sort of in kin when you come in kin with the elementals of Rizolki, and do a little dance, do a little sing. If you can't do that, just speak kind words to who you're with, or think kind things. Do a little bit of mindfulness, sort of positivity, and connect with them, and ask them to help you in whatever you're doing, manifestation, spell work, or in your life. Okay, and that's how we do it. That's how we connect with those guides. So that would be your first thing to do. Okay. Okay, you're going to try the printer out yourself, Sophie, and you still want to get that fairy journal. Oh, bless you. Printers can be tricky. I know mine was being horrid today, but I think when you get used to them, you're fine. Okay, so drop me an emoji, guys, if you will be doing something with the Rushlick or Water Fae in the next few weeks. Drop me an emoji if that's something that you're thinking about doing, not necessarily doing. Drop me an emoji. In the next few weeks, maybe month or so. Doesn't mean you are, you're just thinking about it. Drop me an emoji if that's something you'd like to think about doing. We have 2 people. Anybody else? Okay, so that's a bit about the Rushlick. So let's do a reading. So let me get my cards. I know you're like... Now, I'm using these at the moment, the Midnight Magic. I don't know if you've seen these. Have you seen these? Anybody? Has anybody got these? Have you seen me using these yet? Okay. I'm just going to get them out. See what spirits have to say to us today. So I'm going to get my tarot out. So have you seen me? No, you haven't seen me. You haven't got them. These are Midnight Magic. They're really nice. They're one of my favourite sort of elemental decks. So, okay, so let's just see what spirits have for us. So first of all, what I just want you to do to sort of bring that energy up is just literally drop me a fairy emoji, a heart or a moon, and I will see what spirits have to say to you. So this will be for you personally. So someone in this live who's watching or coming in, okay, it will be for you personally. Okay? So drop me a fairy, a heart, or a moon, or anything that you think resonates with fairy, and I will ask Spirit to resonate with some of you, one of you, or some of you. There'll be a spirit message in this live now for you. Okay? One of you, maybe a few of you, I don't know. It's not up to me, it's up to Spirit. So keep dropping the emojis, fairies, moons, hearts, whatever you think resonates with fairy for you. So reach out to spirits now. So I'm just going to give that a minute and see what they have to say. Okay, so we're getting the Strength card. The Strength card. Okay, and this picture here, I can't remember what it's called. It's like, it starts with C. It's like this type of mushroom. It grows on trees and it's very hard. I can't remember what it's called. I think it's called Koopa or something like that. Koopa, C-U-P-A. And it grows on trees and it's very hard. And very, Strength card, you can imagine why. So what spirits are saying is patience and mindfulness. So if this is resonating for you right now, this is for you from Spirit. Spirits are asking who needs to hear this. You need to be patient. Okay, and if you really need to be patient right now. Yes, Archie. Yes, Sophie. You really need to be patient, they're saying. And if you're resonating with that, say yes now. You need to be patient, Spirit saying. And they're also saying that if you can't be patient, why not try something like mindfulness? Now, I don't know much about mindfulness. I'm going to look into it myself, actually. But spirits are saying, being in the present. You are, Sophie. That's good. If you are, you are. Okay, yes, says Anya. If you're finding problems being patient, if you're really eager, okay, and you're like overthinking, analysing, wanting everything now, try some mindfulness, being in the moment, okay? Because when we're always panicking about what's ahead, or this isn't going to happen, that's not going to happen, or when is this going to come through, we spoiled the whole journey, don't we? Do you agree? We get restless, we get stressed. We get weaker because we're stressed. Does that make sense? That's me, says Sam. Yes, says Archie. Yes, says Sophie. Yes, absolutely, Anya. So mindfulness, I think that's something later we can all look into. Would you like that? Drop me an emoji if you'd like to look into mindfulness. something I definitely like to do. Mindfulness helps us be in the moment, and with patience and mindfulness, we become stronger. We don't overthink, and we enjoy the moments. And that way, we can reap harvest. We can do what we need to do, okay, and enjoy what we're doing without overthinking, without being anxious, without weakening ourselves with our own thoughts. Does that make sense? Yes. Does that make sense? The spirits are saying this today. So, yeah. Do you think this would help you? Spirits are saying, yes, says Julia. Some patience and mindfulness combined will help you be strong. Like this Cooper. This is a Cooper toadstool. It grows on trees. And actually, to get the Cooper off, they have to use a hard weapon to get it off because it's so strong. Okay? Absolutely. So something for you to do this week, or maybe in this month. If you don't know about mindfulness, definitely something we can look into together at some point. Or if you want to do it now, maybe you could get a book on it or Google up or something and just learn some mindfulness. Maybe I could do you some spreadsheets or some sort of easy read, pleasant, printouts and send them to you on your email for your grimoires. Would you like that? Would that help if I did that for you? I have a lot of patience but need to learn to be mindful. Do you know what, Julia? So do I. I think this is for me too. Would you like me to send you some in your email? Some mindfulness sort of easy charts or bullet pointed easy flow sort of things to do? Would that help? Yeah. So something I can look at this week for you. Okay, so if spirits are talking to you, okay, that's something I can do for you. Okay, so if you have not got your fairy journal, Julie, did you get yours? I sent it by my snail mail. I'm going to ask you now, I'm not doing the link and borrow thing anymore. I'm just so stressed. I need mindfulness for that active campaign. The software was too hard for me personally. Well, it wasn't hard for me. It was like too pickly for some people. And I thought this isn't fair on other people who can't do it. So I'm going to be doing it the old-fashioned way, snail mail, which is through me just personally emailing you, okay, with this stuff. So if you want the journal... No, don't understand. Snail mail means email. Did you not get it? I've DM'd you, because I've DM'd you my email. So if you go into your email and put my email in, okay, I've given you my email. At a search and oh wow, I've sent it from my private email. So I've given you my email in DM. Yeah, Julie, pop my email in search bar and it should bring it up. Yeah, if you don't, DM me again and I'll send it again. It might be your email. I might be putting in a cap when I should be putting in something else like that. Okay, we'll do that. Don't worry, we'll get to it. Has everybody got this? If you want yours, your free fairy journal workbook, basically, that's what it is. Free fairy journal workbook, working with the fairy as a witch, okay? And you're just starting off, or maybe you're advanced, you just want to join in. Send me a DM and I'll get it sent to you today, okay? No, you're not paying, Julie, it's fine. Once we sort it out, we'll sort it out. It could be that I'm sending it to the wrong email. I'll honestly, I've sent you a DM of the email I'm sent to. You know, sometimes it could be that dot or it could be that capital letter. Okay. So, yeah. Send me a DM with your email. So if you want that fairy journal, you haven't got it, DM me. Or if you were promised it and didn't receive it, like Julie, DM me and I'll sort it out and get it to you one way or the other. No, it's not link in bio anymore, Sam. I've got rid of that way. It was giving me a headache. We're going back the old-fashioned way. Just DM me and I'll send them out that way. Too many people will find the link in bio way too hard for the verification email and everything. So long as you just DM me and give me permission to send it to your email, I'll send it to you. That is probably the best way. The old-fashioned ways sometimes are the best ways, aren't they? So just DM me. So, admin, can you just pin that? DM DM for your free fairy journal. So anybody wants that, just drop me an emoji now if you want the free fairy journal. Drop me an emoji so I know who wants it. So I just know what to expect. Okay, so let's have a look. Okay. So if you're ready to dive, if you're ready to dive deeper, okay, into your journey, your fairy witchcraft journey, your witchy journey, whichever it is, beginner journey, why don't you have a witchy path reading? Okay, I do witchy path readings too, and I will ask Spirit, what path do you need to take? Are you ready for this path? Is there anything you should know on this path? Is there anything you're doing you shouldn't? Or is there anything you should be doing? Are you more advanced than you are and you just don't realise it? Are you a witch and you're not? Could you be kindred? Have a witchy path reading, and all you have to do that is link in bio is really easy. Just book a private reading in with me. Don't worry, as soon as you check out with a private reading for witchy path, okay, I will you can pay by PayPal or card. Don't worry, my sister must send me your email, so don't have to do that. But just DM me and just let me know after you've paid for that. Just DM me and say witchy path, so I know that it's for witchy path and it's not for love reading or general reading or something like that, okay? But the system will take your email anyway when you book with a private reading. So if you want a witchy path reading, link in bio. Okay, so hi Mazza. Don't forget to hit follow if this is your type of thing. So just let your emotions now to just, flow like the waters. And what did the mirror of water do for you today? So how has this small workshop, free workshop, helped you today? If we call it the mirror of water, what has it brought you today? What did spirits bring you today in that reading or in this actual workshop? How has it helped you today? What has it brought you today? Has it brought something forward for you that you're thinking about doing or that you're not doing or that you want to do? So Archie says peace. Sam says how to approach the Fae and we're offering to give them. Good. Clarification, Anya. Lovely one. Anything else? I'm really pleased to hear that. So you've been stirred up today by this, okay? Just when, tonight, maybe just light a candle, it could be when you've had a bath or a shower, light a candle, okay? And just whisper something kind to the Rizalki. Energy travels, okay? Energy travels, doesn't matter where you are in the universe, energy travels, they will hear you. Just light a candle and whisper something kind to them today. There's something little you can do, okay? Today. So if you can't get out like you, Sophie, okay, and don't worry, Julia, you won't miss it. I'm going to do a replay. So Sophie, if you can't go out, light a candle and whisper something kind to the Rizalki. So those who are disabled, we can get around it. So Julia, what's going to happen is I'm going to download this video, this replay, and I'm going to put it up in, I'm not allowed to say the words. Can one of my admins say to Julia what place, the one that does the videos, link in bio. So yeah, that's right. So Julia, that one there, okay, I'm going to download it, okay, but you need to get the email to get the videos. So Julia, you need to message me, we need to sort this out. So to get the replay of this in my other place where they do videos, that admin's just told you there, I can't say the word, it won't be public. It's only for people who want it. I'm not going to put it out there for anybody to just... It's sacred. It's sacred witchcraft. So you need to message me, get that email sorted out, all of you. So if you want a copy of this video, DM me and I'll get the copy to you because I'm not putting it on public. I always think, you know, the sacred arts should stay sacred between people who want it. I want to attract the right people. I don't want it just being out there willy-nilly, because to me it has value. It has got value. It's the sacred arts that I'm sharing with you. It has value and needs to be respected. So it's only for those who really want it. So just DM me to get a copy of it, of this workshop. Okay, no problem. Don't give... No, Julia, even if you have to set up a new email, it's easy, isn't it? I can, like, it's something that we can easily sort out. Okay, so if this folklore's touched you today, okay, and you've really enjoyed it, sign up for... Oh, look at this! Yay, Queen of Swords umbrella! I've been wondering where you've been. I've been really worried about you. I did put up in the what's it called, the Snapchat thing or whatever, where admin talk. I didn't know where you'd been. I was going to message you today, but then I thought I don't want to message you because I don't want to look like I'm pestering you. So I left it, and then, like, thought, oh no, the universe will bring you. And there you are. You sent me an umbrella. I've been so worried about you. Okay. I've been so busy. Well, that's all right. It doesn't make you busy. I was just so worried. I thought, oh no, is she poorly or something like that? We don't know. So yeah, if this folklore's touched you today, why not sign up for my newsletter? Just DM me. You'll get my newsletters. You get workshops. You get workbooks. You get freebies. You get downloads, or just book a private reading with me. Link in bio. Book a private reading with me. So I do like to be Fae-Aligned every Sunday. Fae-Aligned. This time, 4:30 every Sunday, I will be here. So make sure you are Fae-Aligned. This is just for the Fae people. Okay, these Sundays are for the Fae people. Monday to Friday, 9:30 to 12. That's the live psychic tarot show. That's the one we get going, you know, with my clairvoyance and my medium skills, and we start using the tarot. But these Sundays, 4:30, these are for Fae-Aligned people. That's why I don't give it all out public. You have to be on my email list. Okay. So, just to let you know, okay, the Rushlick, the Rushlick, water fae, whatever you want to call them, they're not nasty, okay? They're not dark. They're neither. They're just a reflection of your energy. They don't punish, okay? So if you're a little bit nervous, just remember that to keep your energy positive when you're around them, around the water fae. They don't punish, okay? They're not nasty. But just be aware of your energy when you're around them, and you won't go wrong. And it is a great way to help you progress in your spells, your witchcraft, even your mediumship, you know, whatever you want to do, okay? It's a step in the right direction. I'm helping you move forward. And, yeah, I only want the right people here. People who are not interested, that's fine. You need to scroll on by. The right people, that's why I'm only sending things by email, so it doesn't, because it's sacred. Okay. Oh, I love the gifts. You're so kind. I'm glad you're here, Queen of Swords. I was so worried. I was actually saying to Sherlock, so worried about Queen of Swords. I start to get a bit panicky. So nice you're here. So, yeah, Sophie, if you can't get out to the Zolki, light that candle and say a few kind words. There's always a way. Because remember, energy travels. So that's it for us. So I hope you've enjoyed today. It's been lovely being with you. I will be looking out for my DMs today. So anybody who wants that free fairy journal, I will send them today. So you've got them for the week. Okay. And during this week, look out for your emails. Make sure to check your promotions and junk, because I will be sending out the replays of these workshops to your emails. So if you've missed half of this, or you haven't, you know, you couldn't focus, you had other things to do, or you just want to keep it, thank you for the mermaid show, okay? You can listen to it while you're in bed, or when you're cozy and the children in bed, or you've got 30 minutes yourself, or you're in the bath and you put your mobile up somewhere safe, away from the water, please. You can listen about the Rushlick then, okay? So you'll be able to keep the video forever, but it is only available to people on my email list. So you need to DM me to get on my email list. Okay, and if you have problems, don't worry, we'll sort it out. Okay, so Are we all finished? Any questions? Few minutes for any questions, and then I'm off. I don't know what I'm having for tea tonight, actually, folks. Oh yeah, I'm having onion sausages with vegetables and mash. So it's tea time. Did you know it's 5:15? It's tea time, folks. Okay. So any questions before I go? This is your time to ask. Thank you so much. It's enjoyable. I thank you. Emma, did you get your fairy journal, or is it not your thing? You don't have it if you don't want to. If you want it, DM me. If you don't want it, that's fine. If you do and you're aligned with what we talked about today, then DM me. Yep. Does it count if we have trees in the garden? Yes, it does. Yes, it does, Sophie. If there's a lake there, I don't know. Get lakes and gardens, do we? I guess if you're red. Really enjoyed it, Artsy. That's good. It must be a lake, not a pond, not a river. This is lake. Water. Rizzoki are lake fairies. Yeah, you did, Sam. That's good. You got yours. I'm glad someone did. Sylvine's going to print hers out. Okay, any questions? I'm going to go. Doesn't look like there's any questions because I don't want to leave you hanging. Okay, so no questions too big or small. They're all important. No lake, just a big garden that's a mess. No. No, any elemento, as in fairy or magica, won't like mess. They hate mess. Not the place to start. If we can talk about this, just do one thing at a time, Sophie. Just light the candle and say some kind words in your bedroom or in your front room. One thing at a time. There are ways. Okay, don't worry. All right, you can show me if you like to. If you want to show me your mess and garden, that's fine. Okay, Sophie. Okay. All right, folks. Catch you soon. Thank you for the gifts. I really loved them. And I'll see you tomorrow. 9:30 to 12 o'clock. We've extended the time. The live psychic show. Drawing the tarot. So you want to be here for the tarot. Taking some tarot. Doing some mediumship. Magical chit chat. 9:30 we start. Don't forget. And we finish at 12. So pop along. See you tomorrow, guys. Bye.